we gonna do today? They said,
Yesterday we talked about getting ready tonight and identifying what to put in our book.
yes. Now, what are we gonna do today?
So we're gonna say, what are we gonna put in the book? What do we need to build the book? And how are we gonna decide what our favorite restaurant is?
Yeah.
And we said, we know we need these lists to do part of the book.
Yes. I'll show them to you, everybody.
And I asked you to think about it today and to come with ideas on these 3 questions.
Yes. Yeah. Quick questions. What are we going to put in the book? What are we going to decide? What are
How are we
what our favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
Matthew, what do we need to make the book? Should we make the book now?
We're making the book this weekend. We're deciding what's going to go in the book right now.
Okay, we need paper now. Paper.
When I'm preparing things, sometimes I like to make a list of the questions I'm going to answer.
That's always a good idea to do. It's always good to do that.
So we have 3 questions to answer. Maybe we should start with one first.
Number one.
Well, any one of these. Pick one.
Number one.
Number 1. What are we going to put in the book?
Paper.
That's what we're going to make the book with.
Pictures.
Okay, pictures.
Drawings.
Pictures of animals.
Yeah. No. Pictures of us going to a restaurant.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Did you take any photos?
You want me to write it down?
Can I write it
I
down?
want your ideas, so I'll write, and you help me provide the ideas, because you have great ideas.
Can I please write?
No, because in the book.
Please.
You get to do one, and I get to do one. I'm going to do the first one, okay? Pictures of us in the restaurant.
What about we put like writing?
So write this, how about writing meaning, we'll write the things we did. We'll make a story out of it, okay? So make a story out of the book.
Like we can put like things we found.
Great idea, things we found.
Can we keep them? We can keep
Well,
them.
It can be 2 types of things we found, like things that we can touch, or observations about the restaurants. Okay. I think we should put a list of things we evaluated.
What is that?
So the list of the 10 different things that we look for at each restaurant.
Mm-hmm. So, do we figure out the first riddle, or do we have more?
So we have the pictures of us in the restaurants, a story about our adventure, things we found, a list of things we evaluated. Okay, can we think of anything else?
There's gotta be a lot of things.
There's gotta be a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
what?
What about like the thing? What are some other things we could put in the book? What should that be?
I have an idea.
What?
We can put the ratings, like awesome, cool, and forget about it for each of the restaurants in the book.
Okay.
Should we do number 2? And let's do number 3 first. What do we need to build the book?
Can I write it down?
Okay. Since you're writing, you're the leader.
This one or this one?
Whichever one you want. Okay.
Actually, I'll use the other one. Number 1. So need paper.
Paper, that's a great idea.
Tape. To glue
Okay.
the book.
Sure.
Glue. To glue pictures on.
Okay.
The real things.
The real things?
That's not going to be good.
We need something to write with.
Need a pen.
Okay. And I really don't like books that are just in one color, though. Different kinds of color. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Where does the color come from?
Different kinds of colored paper.
Okay, paper.
Color. High school.
That's right, colors, right?
This.
Yeah.
COLOR.
That's right. I'm not sure if I just like different colored paper.
So, what do we have we can erase it?
I might like to do something different with the pen.
Cross off this and this.
Well, I like pen, but maybe we can expand on that.
Like pen color.
Different color pens.
Yeah. Pen color.
Sure. I don't think we just need to use different colored pens to write our story.
Should we start over or keep going?
Keep going.
Are you sure? Let's cross off all of this.
I like to use more than just different colored pens to write my.
Crayons.
Oh, crayons is a great idea.
Let me spell that.
CRAYON. Okay. I think we have a good list for what goes in the book.
Like paper, tape, glue,
Yeah.
pen, color, crayons. Different kinds of colored paper.
I think that's a great idea. So we've done 2
And we
or
gotta
3.
do the rainbow order. First page red, then orange, then yellow, then green.
Sure. We had 3 questions to answer. We know how to build, we need to build the book. We know we want to put inside the book.
Now I have to do that too. Who are we going to decide what our favorite restaurants is?
How are we going to decide what our favorite restaurant is?
I'm going to say favorite restaurant. How do you spell favorite?
Favorite.
That's the restaurant.
Restaurant.
Favorite restaurant. Number one.
How are we going to decide?
No number one?
Hmm?
No number one?
Yeah, number one. So we're going to build this book, and you and I need to make a decision. What's our favorite restaurant? How are we going to decide that?
From now on, I think it's Twin Peaks. I don't know.
Well, if you remember, we only did 2 together. Now we have 5. So how do you think we should decide which is our favorite restaurant?
That's a problem. So number one, the favorite restaurant. Number one.
Yeah.
Count how many check marks.
Oh, check marks. That's right. We did do check marks for the ones that won, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should. How about we didn't do check marks for all 5.
No, you only did 2. But for a while, then
So
you
maybe
did
we
these.
need to complete the other 3.
Yeah, I should do that right now.
So let's complete the rating, okay, on all 5. Complete all 5.
Complete. So I have to do like 10
Yeah.
and then write them down.
Yeah.
Number 1. TVs.
No, we don't need to do that because we can go do this on Sunday. But we need to complete reviewing all 5.
Okay.
So let's say review all 5.
Well, number 1.
Yeah.
Spell. How do you spell that?
REVIEW, all 5. I can't see your face. Oh, there, that's better. So we can review all 5. Does that tell us what our favorite restaurant is?
Yeah.
What should we do next?
You'd like something like all 5 papers. Like that. Like these papers.
Yeah. So what's number 2?
Number 2 is writing these down or something. I don't know.
In the book?
No, yeah, no.
Well, I remember when we did the first 2, we gave a score for the A's, the C's, and the F's, and then we added it up together. Okay? And we decided that one was better than the other. So, once we review all 5, we might know better which one had the highest score. So maybe what's our next step?
What about favorite
Off your face.
restaurant? So number 1 is a review of number 2 is favorite restaurant.
Maybe it would be helpful if we added up the score for every restaurant.
And then do score, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna write the names down.
Yeah, that's a good idea, the score and the names.
Score, and then I'm gonna write them down.
Okay? I'll expand on that, Eric, okay? When we write them all down, well, we don't need to write them all down then now. Eric, we don't need to write. Once we add up all the scores, maybe we write down the names and their total score right next to each other. And that would help us see who
Okay,
had
let
the
me
highest score.
What about we just do Buffalo Wild Wings and Twin Peaks right now?
No, we don't need to do that.
I just wrote Buff.
Oh, you can save it, okay? So maybe we add up the score.
Great now.
So we'll review all 5. We'll add up the score and we can put them next to each other.
Can you just do it?
Now, should the highest score be our favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe there's more to a favorite restaurant than just the highest score. Like,
That's what we meant.
yeah, but that's one thing to evaluate on. Is there anything else we should think about? What do you think, besides the score?
Dad, we have to go to the highest score winner.
You have to go with the highest score?
We have to. Please.
What if the highest score is DeFalco's and it's the furthest away? And we can't go to it that often.
We'll see. I just write them down.
We're gonna do this on Sunday.
Come on, do it now, Dad.
Why?
Can't wait until Sunday.
Well, we still have to add up all our scores. We gotta do it together. It's gonna take a
Should I do
while.
it now?
But we add up the scores, I don't know how we're gonna decide what our favorite restaurant is. We'll review the restaurants, we'll add up the scores. Once we have the scores, if the highest score wins, then we're ignoring the fact that maybe it might be DeFalco's and that's the furthest away. Or maybe we just think about where we had the best time. If we know a place was the best time but didn't have the highest score, do you think that restaurant could be our favorite restaurant?
Yeah, but you could just write the score now for Buffalo Wild Wings and Twin Peaks for
Okay.
now.
I'm not sure if I want to continue to do this because I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to understand myself how we are going to decide what the best restaurant is. You just want to write down the scores.
Not concentrate. I just really want to get excited about making the book.
I know you are. Okay, so is it just the scores? Highest score wins?
Okay, you know the best time or the highest score?
The best time or the highest score?
Get it?
What do you think is going to win? Where did you have
Maybe
the best
Twin
time?
Peaks, I don't know. Maybe Twin Peaks, Dad.
Okay,
So what?
that's it.
What?
We'll make the book this weekend.
Okay, we're on.